what's your 20? Omaha. Well, they ought to know what to do with them hogs out there for sure. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're going to back on out here, so keep the buttons off your glass and the bears off your tails. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. This here's Rubber Duck.
Yeah, this here's Rubber Duck, yeah. Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. It is the Dork Table, and this is GramZ Dork, along with the ruler of the Dork Table. Well, okay, yeah, he's got the dorky hat. Flash Nasty, is that who he is this time? It's Flash Nasty.
yes, Miss Mary. I have decided that I'm gonna unleash the beast on the public. Take that,
OMG.
Take that again, you heathens.
Yeah, Grimmy, let them mother truckers roll. Wee-hoo! Yeah, that was convoy. We got ourselves a convoy. Oh, well.
I ain't gonna be no damn convoy.
You ain't? You don't want to pull a train?
No. No, thank you, dirty girl.
Hey, I was talking about the choo-choo trains.
Of course you were. What other kind is there? So we're at the Dork Table.
Yes,
we're on
we
the
are.
RLN.
Yes, we are.
You gonna do your traditional stuff all over us?
Ooh, that just sounds nasty.
Told you you're a dirty girl. I'm trying to. Okay.
Actually, I kind of sort of am because I've been out pulling weeds, so I'm a little bit on the sweaty side. Good thing we don't have smell-o-vision going on here.
So that's what they call it now, pulling weed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
all
you know.
Right. I thought it was smoking weed, but
you gotta jerk them.
Pulling weed. Wait a minute. You're gonna go into THC territory that has not been touched on the RLM yet. Sexy oils.
Woo! Hey, Yangling is supposed to be very good for that, by the way.
I have no idea what that means, but it sounded kinky.
Well, it's an oil, Yangling.
Oh,
and I don't know why it's pronounced Yangling, because it's Ylang. But, yeah, it's pronounced Yangling.
Right. Sure it is.
Yeah. Hey, baby, want some Yangling?
Wow.
Me love you long time, cowboy.
And we're taking requests here at the Dork Table.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Wow, man. You just lit up the room.
Oh, yeah?
So you're going to say hi to the people out there that were holding hostage on this fine Saturday morning, afternoon, evening?
Yeah, well, I was getting ready to retweet the Grim Nerds Barman's thingy over here on Twitterville, because, yeah.
Twitterville. So you're all tweeting.
Let's see.
In Twitterville. Oy.
We got ourselves a dork boy.
Wow. I get they're falling like flies out there in the real world, I'm telling you.
I know.
They just don't know what to do with themselves.
I was dealing with flies while I was out pulling in the frickin' garden, pulling weeds out there. Damn things. And they always land and try and bite you places where you just flat ass cannot reach.
Well, when you start pulling weeds from behind your couch, it's time to dust.
No, I'm growing dust bunnies because my bunny is getting lonesome.
I was making a dust joke, Mary.
I know you was. And you know what? My bunny is outside. I have a great big doggy crate thingy. And so I put my bunny outside so that she can get some fresh air
Good.
And the doggies won't get her.
Yeah. But how are you gonna say hi to the good folks
over on Twitterville. Freedom's Network, Freedom's Network and Barman tweeted us over on Twitterville. So wee-haw, now I can close the Twitterville link.
I was posting like a Z-Blaze all over their effing set today.
Oh, I see TD Sanders is over here, and she is posting like...
TD Sanders!
I know, she is posting some cool stuff.
Yeah, she visited us over here in Dorkland or not.
Yes, she is. She's listening in. She's just awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, TD Sanders.
Oh, and she really is sharing some really cool stuff.
That is no relation to Colonel Sanders. Repeat, no relation to Colonel Sanders. Thank you.
Yeah, she ain't no fried chicken. She ain't.
Neither is KFC.
Well, that's true.
It's chicken-like.
Chicken-like? Well, yeah. It's chicken-ish. Chicken-ish. Okay, over
Chicken-like.
here in the
Ranch.
corner pocket, I see Dimma just befriended a duck. Beat me to it. See how you are. Code speak for what? I ain't telling, sock.
Just remember, not telling is telling.
I know, it is. It's like when you make a choice not to choose and you just made a choice.
It all depends on how warped your perception of the word is. Is.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Okay, over in the corner pocket,
hi,
I do see Dimma, and I'll bet you Sock is over here loitering as well.
Sock up it!
On Fakey Book, let me see, who do I have? No,
What?
actually, nobody over here on
See,
Fakey Book.
They love us at Facebook.
Yes,
It
they
makes
do.
it makes my dork side feel very warm.
I am so glad you didn't say Teeter Pingle. Oh, your bunny is getting lonely? That's what. Oh.
Oh.
That's funny. I don't care who
There's
you are.
no
That's
secret
funny.
anymore, I'll tell you that. Everybody figured that one out. Wake up, Sock. This is the Dork Table, not Facebook.
Okay, over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give Flash or Rooney
RLM.
Flash Nesty. If you want to give him static or me. And I see Barman right up the top again, because, well, that's where he resides. That is his home. He's on that throne up there. Barman's on the throne right now. Don't be asking for drinks. Sorry. I also see Cowboy Tech is here, and I hope he's hearing pleasant voices.
Tech.
And Grim Nerd. We have a Grim Nerd in the house. Woo woo. Oh, I don't know which one of us had more of an evil laugh. That was kind of
You.
messed.
No, you. I'll put my money on you.
I also see Asmodeus is here, but he's not here. And the Beth Z is here as well. Chalcedony got the O going on, don't you know? And a double dip and a Chloe.
Chloe!
See? Just an echo. Yoo-hoo!
Hello, me. How am I? I am good. Thank you.
Oh, Rob likes it when they leave their bunny outside.
Oh, boy.
Here we go
This
again.
is going to be one of the dirty shows. I get it.
Well, you are Flash Nasty, so what'd you expect? And it's your show, so see, you start your show being Flash Nasty. Where do you expect it to go? Seriously.
Okay.
Okay. See, no, you got quiet when I was taking a drink. I thought, damn, I got someone on the radio with me, so I can take a drink and not worry about it. But no, you went and got
Yeah.
quiet.
I fooled you that time, didn't I?
I know you did.
See, it's like my theory on God. If my God is so powerful and knows everything and all that good shit, what does he need a puny little shit like me to protect him from you for?
I know. Hey, oh shit, I just missed it. It was 11:11, but now it's not.
Oh!
IB Don C is here. Hey, Don.
Don C!
And Java, Dr. T.
Dr. 2.
The lovely Kate is in the house. And
Hello, Kate.
hello, Miss Kate. RLM Fluke.
I see the fluke is
Oh, you
back.
think Asmo is tuned in? Sweet. Hi, Asmo. How you doing, hun?
Step aside, Asmo. I'm trying to speak with the fluke.
Yeah, he's flirting with Fluke because he wants a cybernetic Vanna White too.
Hank wants them all.
Oh! I
Even
also.
if it's only to look at the thing now, he's still gonna have them all.
Oh, is that how that works?
He's Hank.
Oh, Hank Hank likes the bunnies left outside too, huh? Okay. Hi, Rob Works.
have no idea.
Thanks for firing up that bubbler. Yeah, we got the bubbler going now. See, that's why we've just gone there. I also see trust no one or trust number one. However,
number one.
That's right. I trust number one. It's number two that you just plain can't trust a fart. But
Wow. I'm going to take your word for that one at this time. Thank you for enlightening me. Had no idea.
yeah.
But I do understand that I could live long enough to reenact the first time around.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. I also see Phantom is in the house. Hey, Phantom! What is that? Rob Works shared. The feds spend $438,699 to study if gender norms make LGBTQ people get drunk. Wow.
There's
Damn
a
it.
serious waste of money.
You know, if I was of that mind bent, which I do have a bent mind, but if I was of that mind bent, it would be lots of fun to do that whole grant and do a study and then make up shit about my findings and then have the whole world go, "Did you know?"
Beetle!
Beetle! Hi, Beetle. I also see Ben Chicken. Is that an alter ego of yours?
Chicken. What the fuck? Okay. That was good. That was good. That was really good.
BTC Bob is here as well.
ETC Bob.
Bob. Colfax 101, a.k.a. Nelson Dubois, is here, as well as... Yeah, and Dimma, who befriended a duck over in the corner pocket. Beat me to it, but that's okay.
We seem to be up to our eyeballs in Canadians here, too.
Kanaka
as well,
stands?
Miss Mary.
Yeah, because there's a frumpy right there.
Frumpy!
And he's a Canucky. And GramZ Dork is here.
Hello, GramZ Dork.
Yes, much emphasis on the ZK. Okay, moving along. Hi, guest 76195.
Yes, 76195.
Yeah, that's basically guest one. Jehovah one is here too.
Over.
Holy Jehovah. Juana Taco, thank you for leading me along. Kozu.
Kozu.
And Poxified is here, as well as Pon Sauce. And the lovely Rain. Rain! I did not get any rain over the last couple of days, so I had to go to water my garden, and then I went, squirrel! Sock Puppet! Hi, Sock.
Puppet.
How you doing, hun? Want to see my bunny? She's outside. Yeah, Tip Bob is here.
Tip Bob.
And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Tom W. How you doing, Tom?
Wow.
Yeah, see?
You know what's really weird, Mary?
What?
It's a Saturday in August.
Uh-huh.
And people that aren't being held hostage by their responsibility to the RL&M are checking in to see what we think.
Oh, my Lord. It's scary. It's scary. And then there's other ones that are on their way to the path of darkness. Why are people going to the path of darkness?
What?
Yeah, where there's going to be a total eclipse. People are on their way to that path of darkness.
Well, it's like, what's the word? It's addicted to authority in a sense that makes you seem like you're some intellectual striving for an experience in life that only happens to a select few. And fuck you, I'll watch the DVD and watch your eyes fry. I don't give a shit about no fucking eclipse.
Well,
Don't you know who Pink Floyd are, people? They tried to tell you in 1970, what, 2? Come on, wake up.
Yeah. Well,
There's the dark side of the moon for a reason, you people.
me. Oh man, see, we have the beeper going on.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm about 2 hours away from that, and so I don't know if I'm gonna watch or not. Actually, it's supposed to be cloudy here on Monday, so and I'll be at
Whatever.
work, so.
Wow. Whoop. And still, again, in 10 years, if you think you're going to have a memory of doing this, you're out of your mind.
And when Haley's Comet
don't
went by,
smoke
I
it.
did go out with my telescope and
Yeah.
check it out.
Total
really
eclipse of the moron. Gee, Grim Nerd, what makes you say a thing like that?
Yeah, Rob
Well,
Works.
I'm
It will
sorry,
be a
Mary.
30-mile long traffic jam, and they're already warning people in Nebraska that there will be a gas and diesel shortage up there.
Why do you think they promote this crap?
So they
What better-
can cause
what-
false shortages.
What can you think of in the world that would be better to spend your fucking hot, sweaty August fucking night doing besides looking for an open gas station in 90-degree heat?
Yeah.
Not to mention the lack of water there's going to be because of all the people, but
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it's
See,
yeah.
To me, this is just another one of those illusions that you make real by attending it. So,
Yeah. Lisa
Did you
B
see
said
that
if she
the
would have
hor-
been planning far enough ahead and didn't have something going, because she's going to get supplies for her salon on Monday, but she said if she'd have been planning ahead, she'd have made up a whole bunch of sandwiches and shit like that and gone and sold them up there on the path. But
yeah, well, good commercial. I don't know. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place on all that fucking commerce shit. Because the legal sense of commerce is really, that's horrible.
yeah.
And the black market sense of commerce is against the law.
I
So,
know.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing is if you follow Hal Anthony and you understand what outlaw means, it doesn't mean you're stealing anything. It means that you're not participating in shit that they can steal from you at if you participate in it.
Yeah.
Double talk. It's all such a
Hey, dorks.
Hey,
we
circles.
just got a hey there, hi there, ho there from the circle.
I heard that. Hey, circles.
Live on the RLNM from Denmark.
Ooh. Hey, sock
All
puppet.
right.
It went bop. Oop.
So what's your personal feeling on this eclipse mania? What do you think this is all about?
Well, after reading that one article about all of the energies that are supposed to be involved with it and everything, number one, when they first started doing the whole brouhaha over the eclipse, I thought, what the hell are they up to that they're really pushing this shit? Because to me, that sent those little tingles of, distraction. What do they not want us to see? So,
Okay, yeah,
that was the
yeah.
first thing that
I
I
see
thought. Then when I read that thing about all of the different energies and how with having a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse within the same month within the same zodiac sign, which if you believe that stuff, then cool, and if you don't, then cool, whatever. But I read that and I thought, okay, propagandists will play with that, and if there is truth to that, then now it makes sense, all of this shit in Charlotte and Charlottesville and, several other places where they're, and the North Korea thing, they're doing this build up to get people anxious, to get people angry, to get people fighting each other because whatever, according to that article, whatever energy is going on at that time, it will be stuck in that energy stream until the next eclipse. And I thought, now we see what their evil plan is. So I'm
Well,
just
you
going to
know-
be happy and make fun of it and say, oh, shit, why are you driving so damn far to watch them change the light bulb in the sun? Jeez, Pete, people, they're changing a frickin' light bulb.
Yeah, I was listening to you to say similar shit to if you believe it, that belief is what it needs to be real. And the more of you there are, the more real that thing becomes.
Uh-huh.
Like racism or countryism or whatever ism you got. It's all in your head.
Well, yeah, they're all isms. And there's
Right.
actually, who was, a friend of mine shared it, and, let's see, where's it at? There it is. So,
Oh, she found it.
when you call yourself an Indian or a Muslim or a Christian or a European or anything else, you are being violent. Do you see why it is violent? Because you are separating yourself from the rest of mankind. When you separate yourself by belief, by nationality, by tradition, it breeds violence. So a man who is seeking to understand violence does not belong to any country, to any religion, to any political party, or partial system. He is concerned with the total understanding of mankind. And that is from J. Krishnamurti. So,
Right, and they're pretty words, and they're fucking impossible to live up to, but it's a nice sentiment. It's a nice thing to even think for a moment or two in your fucking selfish life.
yeah,
But you
and
gotta remember,
if you can
hey.
achieve a few of those things in your selfish life, then
Yeah, but if you're not selfish, you don't survive. So there's things, I'm always telling you, there's things we're just taught wrong. We're taught how to approach the answer incorrectly. So the answer that we get it's skewed because we're not in the right direction. We're sort of kind of on the right road, but not really. It looks a lot like what it should be, but it's off somehow. And the way that it's off is the wavelength that we receive it on is skewed. We're being controlled from the atmosphere around us by lack of knowledge, lack of education, lack of understanding, and distracted with all this crap like North Korea that needs to be bombed. And yeah, whoop-de-fucking-do. Really.
yeah.
When you think about it. Why is it in Denmark, why is it my problem or concern? I'm not close enough to North Korea to give a shit. What difference is it going to make to me if the U.S. blows them off the face of the earth one way or the other? They don't have a central bank anyway, the fucking losers. They're not in the game.
And who?
So, isn't it just kind of coincidental how when you grow up in the land of the free and the home of the brave and learn who the enemies are, you never actually see any proof of this. You just hear a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But what proof is there to any of the threats this nut job with a bad haircut made to me in Denmark? And why do I give a fuck?
I don't know.
Because if I waste my time on crap like that, then I can't do anything that's got any value to it.
True.
That's why.
If you're sitting there worried about what some guy half a world away said that he was gonna do to someone that you don't know, then it's keeping you from enjoying what you got right in front of you, or tending to what you got right in front of you.
And it's that fucking simple, but it's impossible to physically be mentally and physically be healthy enough to manage it because of the sources of what nourish us have been manipulated by science and politics and these freaking greedy pricks that want to own everything.
Yeah.
Why is it necessary for a guy that lives in Paraguay to own my house in Denmark? Why can't I own my house in Denmark, so to speak? You know what I mean? Or not?
Yeah.
Because I think ownership is all in your fucking head any goddamn way. But I do live in Denmark. But the queen owns this land, the queen of Denmark, whatever. So she owns the land that I'm living on, right? It's not like the guy that owns the land I'm living on is 10,000 miles away. At least they're in the same country. But in America, you know what they like to do?
What's that?
They sell a hotel or a business or something to China, to a Chinese interest. And they get Chinese currency flooding into the United States as an investment. And then they get a weapon on the people. They go, hey, these people just bought a little bit of America. But if you were capable of reading the fine print, you would understand, no, they didn't. They're going to pay taxes just like you, slave. You're just getting suckered into choosing a side in a game that's just make-believe.
Well,
to keep you voting, to keep you participating in, oh, the Russians are going to do this. Oh, the Iranians are going to do that. Oh, the North Koreans. You know, who gives a I'm in Denmark. I don't give a fuck what any of these people do.
well, you know, it's that big spin the wheel of who's the boogeyman of the month club thing.
Yeah,
And
but
sometimes it's the same person from month to month to month, and then all of a sudden the wheel gets unstuck and it goes to another person, and you go, wait a minute, wasn't it just yesterday that it was that bunch over there that were the biggest threat to our security because they hate us for our freedom? And so, yeah, we're so fucking free. But
I know. Fucking free.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
No. Nah. It's an illusion. But they do have control of all the resources in a fashion that is not honest. They
Yes.
control us. Oh, she got plums from the backyard. Cirque just came in
oh,
with a big bowl of plums. Yeah, I think they're plums from the tree. We had a plum tree or something back there. Anyway, she threw me off my thought. My idea vanished because my wife took my mind off it. Oh, I'm such a bad host.
I know your wife distracted you. Well, that's a good thing. You know, you got plum trees. I got 2 pear trees. So I got a pair of pear trees.
Well,
Oh.
Mary, it's a seemingly complicated thing that I'm speaking about, but it's really simple. It's whatever you use to fuel you creates the things that you do. All your behavior and all your expression is all based on that the input. But we're not taught to appreciate that on a level to care about what we put into us. Hence, I smoke cigarettes because of a habit, so blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Or I'm addicted to the nicotine or whatever the fuck it is. It hasn't killed me yet, blah, blah, blah. But, you know,
Yeah.
so I'll do it. But it's all the bad information that I received in the first place to even want to try it. Because there was an age in my life where I went, are you nuts? I ain't touching one of those things.
Yeah.
And then something shifted in the 60s. And at some point, I wasn't so fastidious about things. Didn't matter so much. Go, yeah, I'll try that. What is it?
Yeah. Sock Puppet says that you need to give Margaret.
Margaret. Well-
Okay, you need to give Margaret some D so that you can trade them services for some property.
Oh, believe me, there's been women thought of that long before you came along, too. I don't think I need to tell her anything. She's a female. She knows how to do it.
Oh my Lord! You would think that someone that is royalty would not have such yellow teeth.
Yeah, but you know what? I've heard things like she's not like a prissy-ass fuck about it. That she does the damn thing and all that, but she smokes a lot and she doesn't. So with all that wealth, she does what she does because she feels like it.
Oh,
so
there you go.
you're right, and you're fueling the this is the whole point. You got to pick a side in life. If you don't pick a side, there's something wrong with you. You can't make a decision. No, I don't like the choices.
Well, and then there you just made a decision. But see, and
Right.
I know from living out here that, and from, if you can trust what your dentist says, because
But isn't it funny how we're all trained to identify certain things differently? And especially me and you. You see one thing, I see another. It fascinates me. That's why I want to do the Dork Table with you as the other half, because you're so opposite of what I see. But it's the same fucking thing. It's just the expression is different.
Yeah.
And
Well,
not
see-
on every issue. I mean, but when we met, boy, we collide a few times.
Yeah. Well, like I was talking about her teeth, and my dentist
Yeah.
said that sometimes it's the water of where you live that it causes different mineral buildup and all that other fun stuff. And so he actually says, no, that teeth bleaching and all that other fun stuff, it really isn't safe for your enamel. But that also reminded me of a little thing I saw the other day. Dentists are in business because people have bad teeth, and that's how they stay in business, is fixing people's bad teeth. So why would you buy a toothpaste that 4 out of 5 dentists recommend?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Because
and when I saw that, I thought,
Taught things
wow.
wrong. Right, because we're taught things improperly.
Yeah.
And we openly trust the bad guy, and then we openly accuse the good guy of being a bad guy that he's truly not. He's just not willing to participate in that mess you call society and legal. It's more disgusting than in the life of crime people talk about so badly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have less respect for a guy that steals paper, through some kind of paper scam to mass wealth than I do somebody stealing some food or even holding up a place, I guess, to eat if it came to it.
Yeah.
I could understand. I can understand that kind of crack, something in your head would snap. And if you don't eat, first thing that goes is your sanity goes.
Yeah.
Can't reason without food. So these things took me like down the road you went with the oils.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me interested in these things. And I'm not real, I don't know what's the right word for it. I'm not real popular with people. I'm not here going, hey, I do this and you should try it. Just telling them what I did. They want to try it, go ahead. Worked for me. If it didn't work for me, believe me, I'd tell you, hey, don't try this shit. This stuff will do whatever the result was. I'd be honest about it, good or bad.
Ah.
Yeah, I think I got that kind of reputation amongst my peers in the world that know me to the touch and such, can lay eyes on me and whatnot. I'm not talking about your anonymous radio fans out here in the RL&M. Because there's a real life that you're actually in, and then there's the life on the internet. It's a little different. You're a little freer with it.
Oh, I gotta read you this. I gotta read you. Oh, Lord. This is from Marcy Daniels in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Okay. Oshkosh.
Yeah. Tetanus shot, anyone? Mary
No,
Klingler
thank
story
you.
from a mom who took her child to the emergency room with a cut. So, doctor, we're going to give her a tetanus vaccine. Mom, really? And what brand and configuration did you have in mind? Doctor, just tetanus. And so mom says, oh, you mean the DTAP? And the doctor says, well, yes. And so the mom says, so you want to give my child a vaccine for 3 diseases when you're only concerned about one? And then the doctor replies, it's the only way it comes. Wrong. So the mom says, so how long will it take for the vaccine to help her create antibodies against tetanus? And the doctor replies, about 3 weeks. To which the mom replies, so if this would contain tetanus spores in the correct environment, how long before the spores start producing toxins causing lockjaw, then death? And the doctor replies, immediately. So the mom then says, so you want to give her a vaccine that she won't mount an immune response with until about a week after she's dead then? Well, we left without a shot for tetanus. And it's like, yeah, see, people need to educate themselves. And they need to, just because someone's got a white coat on does not, that's what really amazes me, is we have been so conditioned to recognize and consider someone knowledgeable or in authority because of the Halloween costume that they're wearing. And I call them Halloween costumes because I have dressed up as a mad doctor before for Halloween and did red food coloring stains all over the white lab coat and shit like that just to, well, I actually did it for a haunted house thing. And I've also dressed up like a cop before. I've dressed up like all kinds of stuff. Just, I have a pirate costume. I have a vampire costume. I actually have a BMO costume, which is a black moving object for those that have been over in Desert Storm. So, just because you're wearing a certain, people are so conditioned to make judgments and assessments because of what's on the outside that they never, it's that whole adage of never judging a book by its cover. They're so busy looking at what's on the outside that they don't realize that what's inside that packaging could be a great big steamy pile of shit. Or it could be something very, very beneficial for you. But until you actually get beyond the exterior, you're not going to know that. So I saw that and I thought, wow, it's an interesting, and people just, the doctor said they need to have. So, hey, there's Moosey, Oshkosh bagosh.
I thought my opinion on the inoculations was clear just based on their origin.
Yeah.
Based on the ingredients of the inoculation in the first place is what makes them think that knowing I'm going to willingly let them put, bat guana venom in me. What?
Yeah.
No, because if it's natural, why do you need to inject it? No, it's some synthetic fucking crap that the second my body gets inoculated with whatever it is, it's going to attack it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be sick because of it. That's how you react to. That's what illness is. You're reacting to a foreign invasion on your body.
Yeah.
SOS. Something's wrong. Treat me. Well, what we're not taught is, like yourself, you have oils and natural remedies and fruit and vegetables that you can eat that will cure these ailments.
And those don't really cure the ailments so much as they give your body the proper fuel to treat itself, because the human body is designed to treat itself. You don't want the FDA shooting me or whatever, but I was just using it as an explanation. I'm not a doctor. Yeah.
For fuck's sake, it's my opinion based on the things that I physically saw as a result of what you have oils.
Yeah.
And what you do with them.
That's cool.
It's amazing. Yeah. I too, from experience, am another fan of the voodoo lady.
Hey, look, Moy joined us as well. Hey there, Moy. Moy.
But yeah, you're okay. Well, it's not quantity, Mary. It's the quality of the people that take your advice, and then they can pass it on safely to the next person.
Yeah. Oh, and look,
Al.
Hey, your brother's here, and Dorky Lynn. Hey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't read where I write, do you? You only read them. I see.
Well, I see the highlights in the chat, and it's like, there they are. I haven't gotten down that far yet.
See where it says Flash Nasty? That's me.
Yeah, I do. I see that. I see you said, hey, guys.
I could have mistaken this whole thing and thought you were speaking only to me.
I know. Guess what?
Could I be that selfish in this 21st century?
Possibly.
You know what? I'll bet you I am. You know what? I'll bet you money that you're gonna love this one. That I think I'm the center of the fucking universe.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. You ready for this? Are you sitting down, Mary?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Grab your cold beverage. This one's gonna hurt.
No, I don't have a cold one. I have it's It's still hot. It's in my thermal cup.
Okay. Well, you're the center of the universe too. It's just a different universe. Yours is yours.
I
That's
know.
how I see. That's how I see this.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, see,
mine is mine.
I see mine almost kind of sort of like a house, and every once in a while I open a window just to let a little something else in, and frickin' sanity comes in, and it's like, hey, I did not tell you you could come in here. So then I have to chase sanity out and close the window because you never know what's going to come in through the windows.
That's your interpretation. I think you got a quiet life now compared to where it was. Yeah, before.
Yeah.
When,
Yeah.
Had the World Truth Days. Your life was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching that. Some sick way.
It was kind of sort of almost a soap opera kind of thing.
Well, Cos was the best.
Oh yeah, oh man, he really was a very good life lesson for me. Man,
Dude.
I'm still learning lessons from that guy.
Yeah, a worthy adversary like him comes along once every couple years. I mean, a guy with that kind of bad intention disguised as a good guy. But if you knew what you were looking at, you could see he was lying to you. But to look at it, you had to kind of be dishonest at the same time, so it wasn't for you and Cirque to do.
See, and I could see, and that's why I did very little conversing on the site anymore, because I was starting to get little snippets and seeing that, there's some shit that ain't going. But that's a lifetime ago.
Right, but can you imagine how little he would have got as a return if he would have been a nicer, kinder guy? He wouldn't have got half as far as he got being a bad guy. It was like an attention-seeking 12-year-old with a computer and a high IQ. It wasn't even like dealing with an adult. It was a child, you know?
Yeah.
A childish man.
Uh-huh.
But a very smart one, you know? But
oh, yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, but see, watching you and Cirque go through that, trusting him over and over and over, and, and me sitting there laughing at you both and going, no, lady, stop this, please. But the point still is I never forced anybody to do anything they didn't want to do. I went along with you two. I just voiced my opinion strongly.
Yeah. Well, and I really thought that, trying to share the truth and to show that, no, do you not see, it's that but I think that was very good training ground for me as well for, this whole, do you not see how intolerant you're being in your tolerance?
Yeah. Wow.
And so when people would start jumping all over and blaming your ass for shit, and it's like, what? Wait a minute. No, he wasn't even, huh? How in the hell can it be? It's like the Maxine Waters thing, where she's, and she's attributed with saying that if North Korea nukes the United States, then Trump got us in a nuclear war. And it's like, that was pretty much the same mentality over there. And, you were getting blamed, and I was getting blamed, and Cirque was getting blamed, and there was a couple other people getting blamed, and the ones that were doing all the finger pointing were the ones that were doing it.
I know. It sounds so amusing when you say it like that.
Yeah.
But I have a sense of humor about this life.
Well, and looking back on it, it really is quite amusing in a very sick and perverse way. But man, at the time, it was very frustrating.
Maybe I should call this the Dark Table.
The Dark Table? No.
Should we evolve?
Oh, you do realize that this is the last Dork Table before the end of the world. I mean, the eclipse.
The end of the world, yeah. Well, yeah, if we come back, we'll be the Dork Table.
There you go. Well,
cool kids at this fucking table, people. Get your hopes. Leave your hopes at the door. Hopes and dreams. This is a reality check, and it's to prove to you, if nothing else, if you look around the room you're sitting in, and you see an enemy, somebody needs to not be in that room.
Yeah, and it would be me.
Yeah.
I would just as soon Yeah.
Yeah, but you're
Hey.
in the privy of the comfort of your own boudoir right there on the internet. Well, living room. Sorry, boudoir.
Yeah.
Behind you, it's a bedroom now.
But I am still in my jammers. So,
Whoops.
yeah.
Shit. She's still in her jammers. Okay. Well, there you go, folks. The copy of the show with video will just be $19.99. Send that to RLM and give all the money to Grimner.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. If there's any, I've been trying to get my brother together with you to get him some of his Grim gear.
Yeah.
He said the RLM gear. He said he liked the couple of those cups, but they didn't deliver in England.
Yeah,
What a mess.
and it's been a crazy week, and I just haven't gone to look at that stuff.
Oh yeah, him too. He's been moving mommy.
Ah.
My mom's in a wheelchair, so everything has to be customized to accommodate a wheelchair. If it's not there already, it's got to be fixed. Well, he's been doing all that, so he just got caught up, and so everybody's free back to their boring, normal routine.
Oh, yay. See, in my normal routine, which, by the way, Labor Day weekend, I will not be around. We have a family thing. We're going to have a just a family memorial thing from my Auntie Wanda and a get-together and all that other fun shit, so.
You mean I'm not invited at all? No, wow, that's cold.
Well, if you want to go to my brother Mikey's, you can come on down.
Wait a minute.
He's
Really?
he's got 40 acres.
Oh, that's nice. No, I appreciate that though. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
But see, that's what I mean is people like us. We're just if you're in town, stop by. Yeah, that's the way it is.
See, and if you guys ever come to USA, which I know Circles is not real keen on that, but if you ever did, I got lots of room.
Well, she was not really so much for going to the States when we met. So after all this time and everything on the RLM she's seen and other stuff, but the sites and so on. No, she's convinced Denmark is, it's a horrible place. We're all communists. Don't come here.
Yeah.
We don't have anything. Go away,
Yeah, that's pretty much what we tell people out here, too, is, there's nothing to see out here. No, you have to drive, like, at least a half an hour to get to a Walmart, which, people will sit there and say, oh, my God, your Walmart is 25 miles away, and they'll freak out because, oh, my God, it's a half an hour. Now, in cities, a lot of people, it's a half an hour with traffic to get to a freaking Walmart. What's the difference? It's a half an hour either way. It's just that mine is 25 miles. Yours is probably 5 miles in fucking traffic. So.
You know what I showed my wife on the YouTube channel maybe a year or so ago?
What's that?
The folks at Walmart.
Oh, my Lord.
You know what she thought?
What?
She thought Walmart was like Disneyland for, strange people.
It is.
It's like, they really go out in public like that?
Yes.
Oh, that and more.
Yeah, and I wander around my yard here in my jammers because, shit, I'm out in the middle of the frickin' sticks. So I don't worry about it. But even I put on, like, regular clothes.
You got to realize that byproduct of society was planned well ahead of time. The people with peacock haircuts and, that have implants and nose plants and changed this and done that, it's all part of there's a reason for it. It's encouraged by the system. They want that. That's your enemy. The normal person has an enemy so that you don't look like that weirdo over there. And by God, it works like a fucking charm. And if you don't believe me, walk into a room where there's a live animal that you don't recognize and turn on the light and see it and see how you react to it. Probably freak the fuck out.
Probably.
Whatever. Because fight, flight, or fight, is our natural fucking instinct. You were just talking about this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not so much agreeing as making a point to say that it's so true that we're not taught to tame it. I know for myself, I'm not.
I tell you what, when I was out in the garden this morning, watering plants and stuff, I was getting ready to walk behind the tomato plants where I have the hose going, and got right up to the tomato plant. I'd watered the first tomato plant, and I stood up to go, and here's this great big spider web with a spider in it. And I tell you what, I did an amazing ninja disco freak out move, and just pulled on the hose and walked around the other way because I was not going to go there. What are you showing me, dude? That looks... Oh, your coffee. I see how you are. Such a brat.
Yeah, but I'm bad with this camera. I got it upside down or something. Hold on. Yeah. She brought it over while you were...
But, yeah, even things that I know and things that I know they are out there. Oh, Lord, the other day I was out pulling weeds, and I thought, what the hell is that? And pulling them out because I had some bindweed growing up in the potatoes. So I'm out there pulling bindweed out of the potato plants, and then I see something, and I moved some more bindweed, and I went, holy fuck, and jumped back, and it was a snake had shed its skin in my potato plants. And so I was just totally freaked out.
Yeah, I can understand that. I had a snake for a brief period of time as a pet. And I saw the shed a few times and went, wow, these animals are incredible.
Yeah.
But it scared, the one I had scared everybody. So it was not good. So I sold it. And went, whoa, no more. It's too, you can be too exotic in the city and end up causing more trouble than it's worth having.
Yeah.
And see, like I've tried to say in kind of around the shed ways, it's things like that taught me good lessons at an early age that other people would have learned in a different way.
Yeah. Oh, God, Moosey. Oh, she thought I was going to say a different C word.
Wow. What other C word could you have said?
Yeah. Well, it was when I was talking about, what the hell are you showing me?
Ouch.
Oh, Grimmy, I understand that. He says he had to kill a spider the other night. He decided it was okay to walk on his bed, and it's like, no, that's not okay. Spiders want to be doing... And that spider that was out in my garden, I left it alone mainly because, number one, it was a spider, and number two, it's one of those spiders that it eats aphids and that kind of shit, and it was, dealing with the tomato plants, so I thought, okay, I'll just go around. It's not a big deal. Wow. But, if I see a spider walking across the floor in my house or on the wall or something like that, it's like, dude, seriously? You're supposed to be outside.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
If you say so.
They don't live long in my house. If I see them in my house, yeah.
So you're violent by nature, huh?
Yeah. I can be if there's spiders in my house.
Well, all I'm trying to get to is how often fight or flight comes up is disguised as other shit. We're taught to identify it in ways that are bullshit. When it's all of this is based on fight or flight. And fight is it's in your nature to do that. Some of us more than others. And the illusion of control makes it look that way to me, that I'm controlling my fight, but not to the person I'm fighting. You know what I mean? Where I don't think I'm fighting, but the other guy thinks I'm fighting. You're being combative. Well, no, I was just telling you what I thought of what you said. It's just an opinion. But we're taught to take things that are said, they're spoken word. And I can't keep your attention for 2 seconds.
No, I'm listening to you, but
Chimichanga.
I'm reading the
Yeah.
chat too, and I saw that.
Chimichanga. Yeah,
Yeah.
my little brother is trying to. Yeah, he's being a funny fellow there on the RL&M there, Miss Mary.
Yes, he is.
Mm. You realize that we're with B. We need. Well, B doesn't always make the show, but when B's on here, we got Australia too.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we think we got spiders up here. Hey, we ain't got shit compared to them bad boys down there in Australia. I've seen some of them, and wow. Well, I haven't actually seen one like in real life because I would have been cleaning up a mess.
Right, but your surroundings and your climate will show you what kind of crap life will bring you, insect-wise and bird-wise. There's birds here more than insects, and the insects that are here, there's it's minimal. It's not like there's 50 different kinds. There's like a few kinds, and you look for those, and there they are. And they're not good for your plants, so you get rid of them.
See, and we got all kind of bugs out here.
Right.
Yeah.
But the climate here, it's a lot cold. I mean, it's probably about split half the year is cold and half the year is warm-ish. And it's real moist, so it rains in the summer a little bit more than is comfortable for me sometimes. It makes me bitchy, because I want to be out there. I got the sunshine and a good temperature, but I'm can't be out in it because my body's not designed to deal with the humidity. So, yeah, the price you pay for being an old man, it's not pleasant. But could be worse.
That's true.
I could be sitting in a wheelchair in a high-rise apartment with $1 billion, telling other people what to do.
Ooh, that would suck.
I should try that. Hey, do you think I'd be a good billionaire and ruin other people's lives and make money off it and be all like, hey, fuck you, I'm a billionaire.
No, you'd be a Jewy bastard.
Because I don't believe there's a human being alive that has wealth that didn't either get it handed to him or destroy somebody else to acquire it. Somebody's got to go. That's the whole point of wealth, is you're taking what somebody else's would have. But you found a scheme that makes a lot of people give you amounts of money, and you amass that money. There you go.
Well, unless you win the lottery, and then everybody else comes and does that to you.
Oh, that lottery story was horrible.
Man.
But I was sitting here thinking, you know what? What if she was lying? What if the priest did get... You don't know. You don't know what people say behind closed doors. So I was like, well, throw the fucking thing out. Give him his original, whatever it was, and let him... It's a charity. Leave it alone. Call it a day. But no, it brings out your... See, your personal interests were highlighted. So you went, hey, and you chose a side.
Yeah, I did. But and you know what? I could see him being awarded like the 1.5 or the 2 million, but man, when the jury gave him 10 million, it's like, are you kidding me? And then, I started reading about how they had to up the dosage and give him other, and it's like, oh, for real? Come on.
Yeah, right. But bar the details of the case, the whole fucking point of the case, to me, isn't worth going to court over. I would have much preferred the fucker would have said, pistols at fucking dawn, bitch. You promised me, and now you've lied, and you will die for it. Then I'd believe it. But no, let's add more zeros to the paper. I don't know. I don't trust people when they deal with money that high. The numbers are too phenomenal to ever. It's fantasy land to me, man.
Yeah, once you get so many, which Uncle Tommy always says that once you put 6 zeros on something, the numbers become unreal. People can't really grasp it because they can't physically see.
Right, but there's only 2 people that know the truth, and they shouldn't be bringing us into it in the first fucking place.
See, and the way I saw that was, okay, she gave him $700,000. It was a donation or whatever. And to me, the first thought that come to my mind was when he was wanting more money was, okay, is this guy doing kind of an extortion kind of thing? Because he had been counseling her.
Mm-hmm.
And so my first thought was, okay, I gave you $700,000 and now you're wanting more money from me. Is this one of those things where if I don't give you more money, you're going to start spilling the beans on some of the shit that I said in a counseling session? And then once you start paying someone more and more, then they never stop. It's a blackmail thing. Once you start, they don't stop.
Okay,
and so
and
that's where I saw it.
What is the source of your information? Was it a written or was it a link?
Well, it was, for that story, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Because I heard you read it to me. That's what I thought I was getting.
Yeah, well...
You were reading somebody else's... Okay, so here, this is how complicated all this shit is to me, where I won't deal with it. Is you're telling me that two people had a private conversation that nobody else heard, but all these other people after them should listen to the two of them to decide who the liar is. When I think that the two of them should just face off in a field with fucking handguns, and whoever shoots the other one is the truth teller. Fuck it.
Well, you know,
No
and
more
that's like when, they the witch trials. Which, by the way, hello Romania, how are you doing?
Romania?
Yeah, Grimmy
Okay.
says say hello to Romania.
Oh, hello.
Hello Romania. Hello.
I don't even know what it means.
Excuse me.
Okay.
But see, that to me is kind of like the witch trials.
Okay. Which
If-
trials?
Excuse me. If you when they were doing the Salem witch trials
Okay, yeah.
they would do all this fun stuff where well, if she died, like if she drowned because we tied a big block to her feet and tied her hands and threw her in the water, and if she drowned, well, obviously she wasn't a witch. And if she didn't drown and she came back up, then she was a witch, and we need to really be scared of her because even drowning don't kill her. Or the whole hanging thing, we hang her and she died. Well, she wasn't a witch. Yay.
Yes.
She
Yes,
was
Mary.
innocent, but now she's dead. That's
Wow.
so that's that whole, you face off and whoever dies, well, obviously the one that shot wasn't lying.
Well, I don't mean it.
I know,
right.
but
Okay. But yeah, but your version of it is more phantasmagorical. My point is going to be this: is if two people have the only option out of your problem is to face off in a field and shoot somebody, you're going to be a little more honest in your fucking business dealings.
True. Yeah, if the
Okay?
repercussions
And
are
you're
right
not gonna-
there in your face.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna, you're not gonna tell a guy, well, I'll give you $10 million and then shoot it down to 700 and get away with it because you're gonna, hey, wait a minute, this is what you said, you know it, I know it, we're facing off, and that's the end of it. But society's brought us to civilization so you can get a jury of your fucking peers who are a bunch of assholes to judge something they don't understand with knowledge they don't have.
Yeah.
Jury instruction has been banned by judges.
Yes, it has. And laws, we don't need to reference laws when it comes to this shit. We don't need to reference Supreme Court rulings. Those things are immaterial.
Right. Wow. Well, okay, and here again. These are the stories we're told. I've not been to a court to have to prove it one way or the other. But what the purpose it serves is to keep up the fear of the system.
Yeah.
The system that owns you, you free motherfucker. You're
Hey.
free to do anything I fucking let you do is what you're free. Said the man with a gun. What?
That is, wow. That's just pretty much, yep. You're free to do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck I let you do. I
Whatever
need to
the
put
fuck
that somewhere.
I allow you to do. Because, I mean, well, if there's a guy with a gun and he says that to me and I'm not armed, what the fuck am I likely to return with? A kiss my ass doesn't really come to mind to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a reality, and there's a online life we live. You know. So
Ah.
what I ended up in is a society that doesn't resort to that kind of force to do things. They're reasonable. They ask you nicely. And then I suppose if you go, hey, fuck you and your ass, I ain't going to do that. Then they bring the guy with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have the guy with the gun kick your door in at 4 o'clock in the morning to force you to do anything. It's a different world.
Oh.
And I don't think Americans, as Americans, are aware, because the America I grew up in, you would never have seen a SWAT team raid a house. Are you insane? No.
I know. I've never seen. I mean, I
That kid-
have seen SWAT trucks go by here though, and it freaked the hell out of me, because I'm out there on my riding mower.
Right. But see, all these things that are represented to the public as rights, you know, instead of this is the restrictions the government has to live under, they've turned it around to the government's going to protect you if you do this. Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? Fuck your government. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Instead of
Well,
it
I
being this is where the government shall not pass, it's, oh, these are things that we will let you do. You know,
You
and
need government protection right now to speak your mind there in America, Miss Mary.
I know.
Read your Patriot Act, you domestic terrorist wannabe.
I know. Beetle! Beetle just woke up. Was you taking a
Well,
nap, Beetle?
You know, it's just another way to prove that the system that we all have agreed upon somehow or another and allow to thrive is the fucking enemy. And we all know it, but the fear of what would we do if it wasn't there is stronger than the strength to go forward into the darkness and see what would happen. And if you had better guidelines, see, society's negative. It's all based on all the murder people and we'll kill you back. Well, okay, wait a minute. Let's try a different approach. You know, because you don't need another person to tell you murder's a bad thing. So why all the attention on it? You know.
Yeah.
How
Hey,
did
Beetle,
they
I see you're tuned in.
Hey, Beetle. But how did they manage to create a horrible event like that and make it entertaining through film and media? And it is. I watched movies my whole fucking life. Will watch movies tonight and probably until I croak. But I understand that underneath all that entertainment, there's a message being sent to me so that I'll behave a certain way.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's called programming. And a lot of people just don't get that. You know, on my television programming, really, seriously, stop and think. It's a television program. Uh-huh. Yes, it is. It sure is. It is a program, and it's working quite nicely. Yeah.
You know, have you ever noticed how it's made into a bad thing to take advantage of the very system that does all this horrible shit to the people that support it? But if you do anything against it, it's put on you in a bad light because of the nature of our upbringing and our character, the shit they played on when we were little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, well, they make problems for me in Poland that I don't have because I don't live in Poland. I live in Denmark, right?
Uh-huh.
So what goes on in Poland, I don't give two fucks about what goes on over there. See, it's over there. Well, when it's here, then I'd be in Poland. What difference does it make? I don't care. You know, I don't care what crown owns the fucking land I live on. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not all stuck to any flag or any particular place that has, shiny baubles, promises, and jails for you to stay in when you smoke weed. Fuck that.
Ah, but it's 3 hots and a cot.
Then
Which, yeah.
pass. Yeah, I'll pass on that. Thank you. That's See, that's the society part that is so obviously skewed to me, that people that live in it see it as protection, and I see it as confinement for everybody. You're just being segregated. It's got nothing to do with you. You're not, as a person, we're not one of us matter. The collective matters. So if you break off from the collective and you make it smaller, how? But that's the goal. How do you get off that fucking government shit and avoid it? Not even bat an eyelash that it's got any reality to it. It's just an idea. It's an idea that it's enforced through violence.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's nothing more. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not for you. It's not against you. It's a thing, and people are doing their job to make it work.
Yeah, and I still just keep going back to, if it's such a wonderful idea, why do you have to use threat and force to get me to go along with it?
Have you gotten any responses back that support the violence?
No.
Mm.
Well, there are some people that go, oh, but that's really not the way it is. And it's like, seriously, just take off your little blinders a little bit.
Well, it depends on where you reside, Mary.
Well, that is true.
I would assume anyway.
Yeah.
You know, where you're at, the crowd, well, yeah, the bigger the crowd, the tighter the chains.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah, surveillance, and that way that when the murder happens, they can videotape it and catch the killer.
Yeah.
I even heard some countries trying to come out with a pre-crime. Canada or Australia? It was one of the Queen's countries, I think. They want to prevent crime from happening, predicting what you'll do based on what you have done. So, that, and I hate to make murdering somebody so simple, but let's compare it to asparagus.
I don't like asparagus.
Okay. Well, okay. And see, there's lots of people that'll say that without trying asparagus.
Well, and I have tried it.
All right, right. But I'm making a point here.
Yes.
Okay. There's folks line up all day and all night, and they'll go, I don't like asparagus. But did they ever try it? Or are they just, maybe it was cooked in a way that they didn't like, and they made it on that one opinion, right?
Yeah.
But murder one motherfucker, and you're a killer for the rest of your days.
A killer for the rest of your day? Oh.
Yeah. If you kill somebody, that's you. Now you are that. You're a killer.
Ah.
And these things have been brought to the surface of society as, as a top thing of importance. And it was manufactured that way. See, instead of teaching people to get along with each other and, if you have a problem, this is how you deal with it, they encourage fighting and violence and bombing and guns and all this other horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot handguns, right?
I haven't for a while. I need to go out and
but
go play.
They're not a stranger to you, right?
No.
Okay. So I respect that choice as far as, I like to play with guns. I would never think of you as a person to run around in town, and shoot someone.
No.
That would be right. So I'm making a point of saying I had to think of it to even say it, because it would never come to mind. Oh, I'd be so surprised. Hey, Mary went to work and shot 5 people. I'd be, what? Which Mary are you talking about?
No, if I went to work and shot 5 people, it would be because I went in with a super soaker and it was expected to be over 100, and I would bring enough super soakers with me to where,
right,
battle.
But some of us and some people on the RLM have promoted themselves as purveyors of doom. And there's a difference between having fun with a tool like a gun for target practice and shit. But when you start hunting live animals and other people, I get a little leery because not because of you, but because of me, obviously.
Yeah.
See, that's how I think we all are. My reaction to you really is not about you at all. It's about how I feel about that topic.
Yeah.
Real simple shit. I mean, you don't have to be smart to understand that.
No.
No, but you have to be smart to be convinced that it happens more than you think it does. The world isn't as complicated as we're taught it to be. It's a lot simpler, but they tell us these lies with these exaggerations and tales attached to them that they can't repeat them. Because, they make all this shit up, change it every 20, 40 years. It's a different story.
Well, it's like the young lady did a video, and I saw it yesterday, and she said, so I am really supposed to be scared of, she looked at, I don't know where she looked up the numbers or any of that fun shit, but she said there's approximately 6,000 KKK members in the United States. So I'm supposed to wake up first thing in the morning, and out of 300 million people, the first thing that I'm supposed to be terrified of every morning is those 6,000 KKK members. And she said they're blowing this shit clean out of proportion, which they are. And there are a lot of people that, they'll go, yeah, what he said. But unless you get them in a group, they're not really going to do anything about it. It's once they get into that herd that they actually, and then they do get caught up in the momentum. I've seen people get caught up in the momentum of what's going on.
Yeah,
sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Well, that's what I mean is you grow through life and things make you a certain way. But your self perception is different than what other people see. We're not taught these things, Mary. I'm convinced of it as a collective. So few people see the world in a simple, easy way. We're all taught it's complicated. That's why when they start talking about, the world is round, the next crap is, the moon and all the stars, and then the galaxies. Fuck you. I'll stop at the world is round and shut you up now. I don't want to even bother with all that other shit. So that brought me back to, I'm the center of my universe. I'd have to be because it's mine.
Yeah.
And if you judge yourself by wealth and possession, well, maybe you should be out chasing those things. Some people are absorbed by their self. Their attraction to their self is so high. I can barely find time to do anything but admire myself because I'm so fucking beautiful. Look at me. Oh, we know people like that, Miss Mary. I'm not saying you're like that. No, you're an entertaining character to me. You're not one of those dig me, I'm cool people. You're just whatever the fucking mood brings you, that's what you're gonna do.
Pretty much, yeah.
Try not to piss her off. She'll go there.
Yeah. But even when I go there, I try not to do any real harm to anyone. I may bruise an ego or two, but I try not to do any real harm.
Right, but that was my point, though. You're very not. The word isn't predictable. Well, maybe it would be predictable, but it's
I'm predictable in an unpredictable way.
Yeah, kind of in a chaotic. Hey, she may do this, or wait a minute, might be doing that. Hey, let's go check it out. And then, of course, Grimnerd had asked me, what's more fun than Doom? And I told him, boobs.
Well. And have you noticed both of those words have two O's right beside each other? Have you noticed that? Is that a subliminal thing?
I don't know. I didn't know that. But if I ever take over the world, I think that the common language is going to have to be changed to something easier to understand than English.
Well, and I know already that your flag will be a pair of boobs.
Hey, that's a good idea. Let me ask my wife. She might say, "Whose boobs?" And then we have to negotiate. And I'll get back to you on this one.
Okay, TD
Sock
just
boob of doom, sock puppet. I don't know why that caught my attention, but there you
TD
go.
just shared something over. Well, maybe not just shared, but shared something over in the shout box on Freedom's Network for both of
Hey.
us. It's www.daocloud.com, and I clicked on it, and it's a Discover Wellness. Ask questions, get advice, and connect with people you like. So,
I'm going to tell her thanks.
yeah, well, and I just did too. But I wonder if it's like a social. Oh, it is a social network for wellness. Cool.
See?
Well, I may have to go check that out.
And and I think a lot of that good stuff it's so corny and dorky, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
And we don't have a youthful group at this here RL&M group. I'm telling you that. I'm a bit older fellow,
Well, yeah.
but I would venture to guess we have at the very most maybe 2 or 3 under 40s, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah, but did you know that basically your age is just figured on how many laps you were here around the sun? And when you stop and look at it like that, it's like, so really, wait a minute, you're figuring on how many laps I've run or I've ridden on this earth. So is that really telling my age, or is that just how many laps I've completed?
Who gives a fuck? You're bringing in one of those girly things. I don't give a shit.
No, I saw that the other day, and it's like, well, I hadn't thought of it like that.
Well, of course you did. You're a girl. You would think of it like that. That's the way you're supposed to think of it. What's wrong with you? You don't want to.
I'm a girl.
The weird part about women to me is
what?
this. I'm not a real emotional fellow, as far as emotional, but I get treated like I am.
Ah.
Yeah. But I don't think I am.
I'm just finally reading the chat over here.
What are these cheeseburgers gyps up to now?
Oh, I had to scroll up because I was like, where in the hell is this boob shit coming from? But
yeah,
the
boob.
Side boob of doom. That's I just always say that my boobs and my armpits are having a conversation.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
Now you sound like the robot from
Yeah.
what is that? Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Marvin, the paranoid android.
Yes, I love Marvin.
Yeah, the original version of the English version from 1974 is the best version. And it is available, or it was on YouTube for a while, but it was broken up in parts, like 6 parts. But it was funny. The original one, not the new ones they made, were too fancy. Because it was like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was a cheap, B film made.
Yeah.
It was never made to be polished up like a turd and handed out so the cool kids would like it. Fuckers.
Moosey's telling me
They're
about
always-
time I read that chat.
There's something in the air. I think it's bra strap.
Yeah, well, side boob ain't near as bad as back boob. Oh, man.
Oh, bad. Wow, you've never been a man, have you, dear?
Not in this lifetime.
There is one set of words that all men will agree to, and that there's no bad boobs. There's just boobs. If your angle is bad, move. You haven't been nailed to the carpet or anything. You can walk, move around, get a better shot.
Ah.
Yeah, there's no such thing as, yeah. No man in his right mind would ever put those two words together.
Ah. I just saw the GIF that Sock shared over in the corner pocket. Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh. Is it that good? Who is that, though? Aye.
I don't know. It
Wow.
looks kind of sort of like, what the hell's his name?
Trump?
No, it doesn't look like,
Never mind.
Stefan Molyneux. That's who it looks like to me.
I was
but
taking a shot at your president.
Oh.
Wow.
Ah.
I think, if there was an opt-out of government, I wonder what the vote would be on that, just to opt out of it, collapse it, and everything's stopped. No more government. Local government only. Anybody wants to interfere with you, shoot them.
Ooh.
That's what I think the future is going to be.
Ah.
It's either going to be total control by these fucking sadistic pricks in control now, or it's going to be local communities, and if you fuck with the next community, somebody will put a bullet in you. So the sense of calm will be back.
See, and I think people need to have to live with the repercussions. So I'm
Right,
not so
well,
much on
repercussions.
taking them out, but
Look, take it, but their whole fucking game now survives because of the internet. Take advantage of the internet. Not a lot of us have the internet, trust me. And the people of the ones that have the internet don't spend their time doing what we do. We're the fringe of the fringe.
ah,
See,
like
other people
boob
are
tassels.
Yeah, some people are watching Ethiopian porn. Some people are playing, video poker. Some people are playing online games or watching a movie.
Ethiopian porn is old stuff. I mean, that was way back in the National Geographic days. My brothers used to go through the National Geographic just to see if there was any African women with their boobies hanging out.
Right, but see, for a person to be interested in the crap that we talk about in the first place is rare. It doesn't enlighten the modern day, go get this, go do that mind. Those people have to be kept busy. And pushing buttons on a little box in their hand, or they're lost.
Mm-hmm.
They've been raised that way. We got a hold of this. They got a hold of us late, so we're kind of on the verge. They got us with TV, so they use the TV as a way to keep us on the internet. But we frayed off, from the group, the Grim Nerds and the Cowboy Techs and the Rob Works. They know who they are. The guys, the gals of the RLM, that they know that thing that we all worship is a piece of shit, but if you defy it too much, somebody might put you in jail or shoot you.
Oh.
What?
Well, no, just
you don't think so?
No, I'm just thinking of put me in jail or shoot me. Wow. I don't like those.
Okay.
Is there a third option there somewhere?
Here, let me ask. Yeah, I'm going to ask it. You were political, so you might have an actual answer to this. If all the people of the city, corporated city you live in, got together and said, we'll pay local tax only, nothing else, and stopped state and federal, and their services weren't even brought to you, you're in a circle in the first place, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be invaded from the outside into the circle. So if the people outside of that circle leave you alone, where's the problem? But it'll never happen. But if it did, and it happened everywhere, thousands of times, that would change everything.
Yeah.
Right? Because anonymity in life has brought us a layers of thieves on layers that you get through one layer and you just find you just got another layer to go through. because like everybody's lying to you along the road. And most of the people lying to you, they don't know they were lied to get them to tell you the shit they're telling you.
True.
Chemotherapy is good for you. Okay, I'd rather die. I ain't going through that shit.
Yeah, we have to kill your immune system in order to cure you.
Ooh,
Really?
Whatever. Radiation, dear. Ooh. It's like space travel. Please, are you fucking people joking? You can't drill for water in Africa, but you can go to the moon. Please, go. Would you stop blowing the dog? It's making you crazy. That's how I react when I hear things like that. Is you are so fucked up in your head that you don't even know you're fucked up. And that person will look at me and think the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's the way we were raised. Raised to be combative, raised to argue, raised to choose a side, raised to pick and be best at, and I did this, and you did that, and da-da-da-da-da. Fuck. It's overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. And that is the whole purpose behind it, is to overwhelm, and therefore you, instead of being able to think for yourself, if you're overwhelmed, you're in that fight or flight mode.
Fight or flight, right. That's what brought me to all that earlier in the show. You know, because I have a conscious thought now and again there, Miss Mary. Did you know that, huh?
I noticed that a couple of times. I noticed it.
And the rest of the time I just hit the pipe and hope I say something smart. Oh, go.
Oh, no. See, Grimmy just shared solar eclipse day could resemble zombie apocalypse. I'm thinking it could.
NBC News. Oh, Grimnerd, please.
Oh.
Anyway.
You never know where you just might get that little kernel of truth. It's the zombies, I tell you. NBC told me.
And I'm going to tell you as a fellow human being 7,000 miles from where that's happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because you won't have a zombie apocalypse. It'll just be in that dark side.
And if they did have an eclipse here, there's nowhere for people to go to come here, so they wouldn't. No, it wouldn't happen. It would be on a bigger piece of land somewhere away from where we're at.
You know, if they had a total eclipse there, you guys would just be totally blacked out. It would just be and then there it was, you'd be gone.
But we don't have to. At least we got a partner to go out with, so it's not so lonely.
Oh, there you go.
You know? Yeah, well, unless she starts getting all, like believing in hell, heaven and hell, like that stuff, we're all right so far. But like, what if she got saved by a Jesus freak or something? Then what would I do?
Oh God, I don't know. Oh, and I just had this pop into my head. Wouldn't it be cool if
Becky!
Hey, Becky and Vinny, hi. But wouldn't it be cool if with that spot where it's really, really dark, where you have the totality and all that fun stuff? It would be like one of those spots that you can throw up on the wall, like in the Looney Tunes cartoons. And so,
like a butthole.
Well, you just
like
take
that
this
video I sent you about the guy with the hole. And
yeah.
He put it on the, yeah.
That would be funny.
That was a good video too.
That was.
And, well, how did we get to black holes in saves? Where did that come from? Whew.
The eclipse.
Yeah,
it's the eclipse's fault. Like my Uncle Tommy was telling me yesterday, and I think I said something about it last night on the radio. I don't, but he said that there were some people out here that the last partial eclipse that they had out in this neck of the woods, they were claiming that it gave them a headache, and it's like, really?
Wow.
So, like, you had a headache already, but then we had a partial eclipse, and oh wow, it's the eclipse's fault. Dun dun dun. That it's just whatever. Blame something else. Whatever.
I'm not blaming anything.
I am.
I don't care. I have no concern over it one way or the other.
Oh, Grimmy says that if an event
isn't
happening in the good old U.S. of A., it just doesn't matter. Which that's true, Grim. If it doesn't happen here, the rest of the world, and It's like the rest of the
Wow.
world needs to pay attention, damn it, because it's happening here, damn it. And so it's
So you
going to
mean
affect
I
all
got
of y'all.
I got caught in my subtle attempt to tell Grimnerd that nobody over in Denmark gives a flying fuck about no eclipse in America.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's probably not true. I'll bet you there are a certain amount of people that live in this country that are as in tune to the system as the next American is. They vote and they do this, they do all that and register and all that crap because that's what makes a society work. But if they really understood the truth about what a society does to you, I wonder if they'd be so willing to be a part of it.
Well, see, and there you go. You find different different viewpoints. Some people look at it and they go, "Hey, I like the way this society is going." Okay, fine. If you like the way this society is going, then you just stick with it. I
But what are
personally
these-
don't care for the way it's, so I'm going to go over here and interact with it as little as I possibly can.
But what way are you looking on to see it from?
I'm looking at it from my way.
Are you talking about your local, what you can see with your eyes, or are you talking about that faraway place in your imagination that may or may not exist?
Well, see, I have both of those perspectives going on. And it
Yeah.
usually breaks down to, okay, what's going on right here in front of me?
Yeah, because
And
that's
that-
what matters.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
go with.
Good. Well, you know what? You might be completely insane.
Ah,
I'll bet there's a doctor or 10 out there that after talking to you for about 3 to 5 minutes would recommend that you have therapy and psychiatric drugs based on your weird behaviors.
probably.
Yeah, and I would bet most of it would be based on your interest in oils and such.
I know. How dare I actually be interested in the source of where they got the idea to make the synthetics? How dare I be so crazy as to want to go to the original outlet as opposed to the man-made, manufactured that ain't nearly as absorbable as what the body was
So-
designed to absorb?
So when I was growing up in school, I've tried to think back to this and figure out how did society distract me and control my thinking? Or how didn't it? You know, it tried to and it failed? Or did it try to and it did, but I'm just stubborn and think it didn't? Here, I'll give you an example. Me and my little brother were talking over the last couple days about this, and I said to him, I drove without a driver's license from 1987 on, and 87 was the last year I held a driver's license. Now, you drove a truck, so you have a driver's license to make money on it. If I had chose to drive a truck to make money, I would have gone that road. But I never saw any real advantage in being a truck driver to make money. Didn't strike me as a method of operation, let's say that. So I drove without a license as a traveler, in my mind. My right to travel was not going to be infringed. I thought that when I was walking, and you know what I saw?
What?
I saw a fucking sign that said "Don't walk."
I know. Please don't walk on the grass. Yeah, or pedestrians. Oh, you see a lot of those on the highways. Pedestrians,
Okay.
traffic not allowed, or some such.
All right, but see, we've got all this organized crap stuff down our throats since we're children about stop signs and walk signs and don't do this and don't do that, when it's all a bunch of crap.
Well, and
what-
those signs are all there because because
Because
people
there's
just
too many fucking people in too small of a place.
well, that is part of it, and part of it is because people just kind of got acclimated or indoctrinated into believing that someone else should tell them when would be the appropriate time to stop. Someone else should tell them because they can't frickin' look at the traffic and see, hey, there's people coming from both directions. Well, I think I'll just keep going. No, that's not good for you, nor is it good for the people coming from both directions. Just there is a brake pedal in your car. I suggest you apply your foot to it. See how that works out. Hey, look, traffic went by. Now I can safely go through. But no, people don't do that reasoning because you have a sign that tells you,
Well,
so you no longer have to think.
I just think it's the more people you have, the more necessary that bullshit is. And that's the point, is they disguise it behind other things. They know what they're doing.
Well, yeah, but it becomes necessary because the more people you have, the more they are self-absorbed, and they just plain don't see. I mean, I've got a car that is not really invisible. I mean, most vehicles that are involved in accidents, from what I understand, are white vehicles or silver vehicles. Mine ain't white or silver. And I don't know, white and silver, apparently people just flat ass don't see them. But there's mine is a dark enough color that, and it's got metal flake and all this other fun stuff that you would think someone would see it entering an intersection, but no. And it's just crazy that, people, they're just in their own little zone, tootling along. It's like we had an accident out here several years back where this gal was sitting at the stop sign where two lane highways meet. And after the fourth vehicle went by, she drove through the intersection. Well, she tried to drive through the intersection and got plowed by an 18-wheeler because Highway 40 does not stop. And when she was asked at the hospital why she pulled out from the stop sign, she said, well, the fourth vehicle had gone by, and so it was my turn.
Yeah.
And so the person in the truck was just supposed to know that there were four people that had gone by already, and so it was her turn to pull out from that stop sign, and so he better slow his fucking ass down. I mean, that was a mentality. Who taught her that? I have no freaking clue. But it was.
But we're all like that in different ways. It surfaces in different ways. Is what I was getting to there.
Yeah.
And controlling it in one area, it's going to come up somewhere else if that's the way we were raised.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, something about state intervention with forced going to school and all that shit is. Yeah. Wow. When they got a hold of us, that was the beginning of all the shit we're dealing with now. I think with the society things like weirdos in the bathroom and all that shit. Which goes back to my dueling law. If you just leave people to fuck alone and quit punishing them for taking the law in their own hands and leave them be, let them stomp a guy once or twice and he'll quit wearing a dress to the bathroom in public. It's not appropriate. Who gives a fuck about your freedoms? It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
If you don't think it's weird, go live in a place that offers that protection and be weird.
Yeah.
Don't try to mix the nuts with the fruit and then say there's no nuts in it. That's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So they do this on purpose to get people upset. And I find very few other people that can just go to the bathroom and get it over with and do what they do and go on with their life without having an opinion about this other shit. And it amuses me, gives me something to talk about on the Dork Table because it's dorky.
Yeah.
You know that, Miss Mary? I think it's quite anal for another person to pay attention to you while they're doing their business in a toilet. So maybe I'm saying they deserve each other. The people this does get to one way or the other. It's like a bank robbery. I've heard about them, never been in one. Never seen one. I've heard about them, seen them in movies and all that, but and then when you think about it, wow, you're just wasting your time. Try spending $500 in cash somewhere sometime. See how far that goes. What? Cash? What are you, a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Well, they're trained to do that. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
So they criminalized cash with the black market, and then make you go to plastic.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a beautiful. I wish I would have thought of it. I'm jealous. If I'd have thought of this scheme, I wouldn't waste my time with the scheme I'm doing. Because Hans sends me all that money every month.
Yeah, he does.
Because I'm a drain on the economy.
Well, you got to have a drain somewhere, because if you don't, then things back up. And next thing you know, you got a flood. And half people don't know how to do the backstroke. And so, yeah, it's just not pretty. So,
yeah, but you know what? It's fun to watch.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. They're amazing to just watch to see what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I am a people watcher. I will admit that.
And you know what I find really special?
What's that?
Is that when we start the Dork Table on Saturdays, that Hansel has to go buy somebody a cup of coffee and boost his local economy.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
He's being very civic-minded.
He's out there saving souls and making those libtards eat their words. By God.
And he is keeping the economy in Colombia going strong without necessarily participating in the whole cocaine thing, because he's keeping those coffee growers growing coffee. Juan Valdez thanks you.
Boy, that Hansel gets around, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Must spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Money. I despise money. But you know what?
What?
It's one of those evil things.
It's Mon Eye.
Yeah, but, well, see, it gets my greed bone. And when I get greedy, I get greedy? What do you want me? I'm Jewish. What am I supposed to do, Miss Mary, but besides be a greedy Jew when I feel like being one, huh?
Well, you just go ahead and be a greedy Jew bastard when you feel like it.
Yeah. How do I express that anyway? I wasn't quite sure. Is there a handbook I can get somewhere? Where do I find the Greedy Jew handbook? Because I know there's a Dork Table handbook, but
maybe you just need to write a Greedy Jew handbook.
Hey, that's a thought. You think I should do that?
I think you should, so that others that aspire to be greedy Jew bastards have some guidelines to follow.
Would you like to read what Grimnerd said?
What did Grimnerd said?
He said Hans had to go to the Boston Nazi March. Wow.
Well, because they would not be marching properly if he wasn't there to show them how.
Wow.
See, a purpose in life. Oh, there's a Hans book. A Hans book.
Don't let this happen to you, part 1.
There you go.
And here's the saddest part about Hans. There is way more folk like Hans than there is like us.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He actually represents the majority cluster of the population.
I don't know about that.
What do you think, that Hans is the only idiot in Massachusetts that wants a wall built in fucking Mexico?
No, I don't. But I don't. I don't know.
These people they won't even come to terms with that. America went to war with Mexico for the fucking land in the first place. So it's fought over with death. It's fuck you. It's not America.
But it's the spoils of war.
Yeah, fuck your spoils of war. It's a story. It's a myth. I choose not to buy into all that shit, so I don't care if they build a wall or they don't.
See,
Really
and I just
doesn't
keep
interest me.
thinking the spoils of war, so it's turned bad.
Oh,
Maybe
of
I'd
course,
throw it
yeah.
out.
That's a good metaphor when you go that deep into it. Yeah, you're going to get the spoils because it's been sitting there rotten while you were fighting everybody to get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they mean. They just don't explain it that way because then there's no reason to fight. They lie to you.
Uh-huh.
You get no reward for their fucking war. They're just pushing people around and putting an end to life because they can. It's a game. It's like a video game.
Yep.
And if you
Well,
don't
and
want to
that's
take
what
it
they're trying to
seriously,
make it like, too, is a video game.
look at Waco. Or there's so many times where if you didn't take it seriously, well, they were going to do you anyway. And some people chose to fight back, and whoa, they got slaughtered.
Yeah.
Well, the American federal government, whatever, United States, isn't supposed to attack its own people with its own military. And it did.
Yeah.
Right on fucking live television in front of the whole population. And you know what? Here's the common factor. People didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You didn't see millions of people converge on Waco and say, stop the violence. You saw thousands of people converge on Waco and resort to violence. And then try to lie about what violence they were told to commit. And it was all videotaped and explained, and wow, this is the enemy that I want to fight? No. You can have it.
Oh, sorry. I'm responding to a friend.
That's all right. I was just giving you back Texas because I don't want to fight the feds.
Oh. No, I think Texas wants
So-
to just be by themselves.
I think it's a story. Bunch of bullshit. Politicians talk about it. Secede from the union. Disband this whole fucking government bullshit. At all.
Well, that's how you
everything
secede
except
from the
local.
union is just you just say, okay, we're done playing with you. Sorry, we're done. We're not
It's all
playing
based
anymore.
on. See, it's all based on their greed, right? Instead of accepting that oil is obsolete, they can grow hemp in any fucking area you live in. If you lived in the fucking snow, you could use aquaponics and fucking building. There's ways to do it. There's ways to beat life where it can't be done to make things happen. But they've got us all still stuck on that oil tit, driving cars and burning electricity. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, there's no resistance to it. It's all accepted by the fucking mass. The mass will not do what we do and go, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of getting cut off. I'll take my fucking chances. I don't really care. You know?
See how you are. Well, you know
Yeah,
what? We're just about out of time.
You lucky dorks.
I
yeah,
know.
but you know what? We got
What?
special visits from
From Becky, I am.
Becky Dork came in and Moose Girl came in.
And
There was a
Beetle
few
is
Kim-
here.
Kimbers. Yeah, but there was a few that weren't here when we started that came in. But that bin chicken.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Vinny is
shit.
here. He turned
Yeah,
into a
Vinny,
vineyard.
Yeah, well, it's nice that we have a little place where people at least check in to say, hey.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep in touch with other people that you know, and maybe this Dork Table might be where they're at. There you go. I've made my pitch. I like doing the Dork Table.
Yeah. It is fun. And thank you, Sock, for playing along. And Alan.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun. This is fun to do. You know, if for no other reason, just to kind of vent and play with
Yeah.
everybody in the chat room.
Voice an opinion and and be a dork. So what? So you say something on Tuesday that people pissed off about. On Thursday they'll forget all about it.
Or maybe on Thursday you'll say something else that pisses them off worse.
Yeah, but, it's something's wrong with my nature, Mary. I don't know what it is. Where,
Well.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I
y'all been
enjoy-
listening to
I
the Dork
enjoy
Table
this.
here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3, and the RLMRadio.xyz site, and later will be Kira with The Bridge, and then
Boobs on the bridge.
Boobs on the Bridge. Is Bo Diddy going to be on this evening? Bo Diddy a lot of times plays tunes on Saturday evenings. That would be way cool to listen in. Tomorrow at noon Eastern Time is Grim Nerd or Grimner with some awesome tunes to lead you into Hal Anthony. Oh, and by the way, while those tunes are going, you can also play some trivia in the RLM chat. And I very rarely get in there in time to get an answer right, but hey, what the hell. Hal Anthony does have the right answers, though, so be sure to listen to him right after Grimner with his blues. He will be taking you behind the woodshed and opening up a can of whoop-ass on yo ass. And then at 7 Eastern Time is Gary L. and Gigi's Boo with The Road Less Traveled. So lots and lots still going on. And JJ's pops in from time to time and plays some tunage for us as well. So that crazy Scottish guy. Yeah, he's lots of fun to listen to as well. If for no other reason, I listen to him and think, I wonder what he looks like in a kilt.
Wow.
I know, I go there. Because, well, that's just how I roll. What the
You're
hell?
just a dirty girl, Miss Mary. You're just a dirty girl.
I know I am. Oh, Grimmy says that Bo is MIA, so he doesn't know. So,
Yeah, I didn't
okay.
see him on Freedom's Network.
Okay.
And we need some more input. I'm telling you, because some of the spammers over at FN just drive me crazy. You spend all day. I mean, I want to read one link or two links from somebody, not 10 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little confining.
Yes, it is. I will have to see if I can do a different browser for my work computer so I can get in there again. I think I will download Opera on that computer and see if that works better. But
Is that okay?
yeah,
I was just being a critical dork about the other site, my dear. That's
I
all.
know.
Critical.
I know.
It's in
Critical.
my nature. I can do this.
Yes,
I
you
have a
can.